What's up, people? We here on a Monday morning, a little bit different than usual. Usually link up on Sunday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., but we switched it up. It's Labor Day, so we figured we'd do a little Labor Day edition. Test this morning volatility out. Man, we coming from non-farms payroll, so for all my Australian dollar traders, that's the biggest shift, if you will. And I would say one of the biggest things that happened over that NFP move that we had on Friday was that we created a break below one of the first swing, I guess you could say swing high type of moves that happened from the lowest point of the year. So basically, if we go to the 4 hour, if I zoom out, this is the lowest point of the year. Basically, it's dotted line. The first, this could be a swing. I ain't gonna cap you. This really could be a swing, but this is the real first swing. This first initial swing right here, which was basically 68 flat. That was broken right here, September 1st. And I really don't think this is NFP, but I could be wrong. September 1st in the morning. What was that? Yeah, that was Thursday, so that wasn't even NFP. That was the jobless claims numbers sell-off. But one thing to notate, from that point, we did get a reversal. We didn't get a sell-off, a continuation. So we did get a break below. It did close below that price, but it didn't continue selling off. That's fine. And then we'll look at the daily to see if the daily closed, because that's what I really wanted to know, to see if it was going to close below and continue for sales. So we did get a close below on the 4 hour, but it quickly turned around and reversed from there. I think up here at these highs, NFP was on the 2nd. So yeah, this big bullish candle was NFP. So I guess looking at it now, that was a good point to sell, which it was, because it was tapping into the recent high of the previous day. And it gave you two opportunities to catch sales. And as you can see, I did catch sales on that second tap into that zone. You can see a little resistance right here, some resistance right here. So I was just catching sales, tapping it after I see the first wick rejection. I saw a price up here, so I was willing to take that risk. Hold on one second, I got a wine in it. All right, there we go. There we go. I don't know if y'all couldn't hear me earlier, but nonetheless, let's get back to it. So yeah, we did get a close below that major area of 68 flat. Um, like I said, that was a major area because of the daily. Although you can see it better on the 4 hour, but off this lowest point of the year, this was like the first initial swing. And then as you can see, I X'd out other swings that you can see on the 4 hour that were also taken out as the market turned bearish from August 14th. And the question is, will we continue? We have to look at what non-farm payroll did to see, kind of give us a little roadmap where we could be going, where we couldn't be going. I know I do have this line right here. This is to notate the lowest point of the year. So we still have a target for bearish continuation if we do move. And we got a lot of targets for the bulls to step in. So we're going to look at NFP, what it did on Friday. And then we will look into why I got into the position I'm in right now. So let's see. Mike still good? Yes, we good. We good. So we're gonna go to the 1 hour time frame, and basically this right here. This candle right here basically was the impulse move NFP. It initially, when it opened up, it initially dropped. And based on my candles, it was right here. Cause I got this is New York time zone with my candlesticks. Cause right now we are Central Time, and my charts is in 8 o'clock, but actually it was 7 o'clock. So as you can see, it's kind of connected to NYC time zone. But nonetheless, this was 7:30. NFP came out and it dropped. It took out the low of this of the last hour. So a lot of people could be like, all right, bet we're breaking lows. We could be trending down, especially when the news came out, like it shot down quick, like on the 5 minute. And then on the 15 minute, as I waited for the 5 minute to kind of play out and close on the 15 minute, it really showed that, okay, yeah, that was the impulse move. It was a fake out, whatever you want to call it. And then market quickly reversed and shot up, continued bullish. And like I said, one of the main targets it was taking out was the previous day's high, you know, grab a little liquidity, and then it continued its bearish move. You know, like I said, basically retesting what Thursday did, the first, taking out that 6,800 level on a strong bearish candle at 10 a.m. And this was all stemming from the unemployment claims, the jobless claims on Thursday that we get. That was that news. See if there's anything else I can notate as far as why I reversed on us. Why I didn't just continue shooting to the moon. I mean, overall, it had a target to hit, which it did hit it on Thursday. So you could say that's the retrace of that. And one of the main targets it probably intended to hit was at least taking out highs from the previous day, to grab liquidity if it wants to continue on its bearish trend. Otherwise, it would have broken out from these highs, retested from that newfound support after it broke the resistance, and then retested from that new support and then continue higher. But we didn't see none of that type of action, so we're just gonna take it for what we see, because that's how you trade, you know. So as you can see, this is my entry, that second tap on Friday. So we've been experiencing sales on this little tester. I already got out of my heavier positions, but this morning, what made me get into, let me see where we at. I got into a sell at 68, 67.89. So right up in here, that's where we in the sales. Basically, this is an early entry based on my actual true strategy that I trade, or yeah, I guess you could say strategy. My edge that I look for, that I was taught. Shout out to Roberto. But it's sweet, it's easy, and I like it straight to the point. So basically what I do, we look for a multiples of at least two, minimum two of the same color or same trending type of candles stick closes. So basically I want the candlestick to close with a decent body, at least a good 2-3 pip body size, from the open to the close. And I want to see at least two or more of the same color of a bullish continuation, or the same color of a bearish continuation, meaning red or green, or green or red. So as you can see, we have from 4 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning, we have three bullish candles, three bodies, three candlesticks closing bullish. So that's not what I'm looking for. I mean, that's clean traffic. And look at that. This is clean traffic. And the bigger the trend continuation of these candlesticks that's in the same color, whether if it's bullish or bearish, the bigger the reversal should be. As you can see here, got a big bullish trend on this, as it was prepping for NFP, and that reversal ate all that clean traffic up in a matter of like 6 hours, 6-7 hours. So with this little bullish trend right here that I see, the very next signal candle, which we call a color change candle, is where I place my entries. And it's where I look for my entries. I don't say I'm gonna place my entries. I look for my entries because that's the signal candle. That's the signal let me know we about to reverse, we about to continue bearish, we about to reverse, we about to continue bullish. In this case, it is going with the trend, so that's a plus. The overall trend that's happening right now, the bearish move from the high point of April. Um, we did get an engulfing situation on that signal candle from the previous bullish candlestick on the 1 hour. So that's another plus. And we actually look for an entry based on one rule, which is 8 pips away from the close of the signal candle. In our case, the signal candle is bearish. So we want to go 8 pips from the close. And the close is 67.91. 8 pips below that is 67.83. That price level is right here. Notice we didn't hit that. I'm already in the trade. Why am I already in the trade early? Because I've been testing out a new entry based on the 15-minute. And basically, I look for the 15-minute to print the signal candle. I look for something to happen. I expect the signal candle to be printed, like say for instance, this candle could have, came down some more, which it did, and created a bearish candlestick close. That would have been a signal candle based off these two. Like I said, it has to be two consecutive of the same candlestick color, as far as green for bearish, red for bullish. So we need two or more consecutive candlestick body closes in a trending bullish pattern or bearish pattern, and then we look for a color change to get us in the reversal of that trend or the continuation after a retest, however you want to look at it. But nonetheless, we did get a close here, like I said, at 67.91 with an entry of 67.83. And I want to notate that. So let me duplicate this, 67.83. Put that right there. And as far as for buys, I feel like our buys are here lately. This is the last buy because we had two bearish candles. Like I said, we need two or more, and then we get the bullish reversal. And not only that, we got an engulfing situation from the lows, double bottom off these lows too, stemming from that bullish pop off of NFP. We're retesting that. This is basically the low that was created the break of that old initial first swing high from the lowest point of the year. So that was a strong swing high. That was the most boldest swing high on that bullish run that we had from the lowest point of the year. So I was notating that, and this is the low it created after it broke it on the 4-hour and a daily. So we are experiencing price tap into that low and showing rejection. So I want to notate this and keep an eye out for bullish price action, because we always got to be prepared to change our bias as market shows us what it wants to do. So we're gonna get a close on this one at 67.94 at 2 a.m. and we have a price of 68.02. 68.02. Bam. I guess we could change the color on this. Let's do a cyan for green. I'm gonna change this to like a pink for red. Let's do pink. So that'll be our bullish entry based off of this. Now, being that this got printed up here and then we get this bearish rejection from that, if you still feel that the market is going to be more of a bullish turnaround from this double bottom, which I kind of believe it could be too, even though we are stemming from, a bearish trend, which, an overall bearish trend of April, but a continuation of that bearish trend since August 13th. Let's see. If we seeing that from the 13th, then we know for sure we are bearish. I mean, with the close below that swing point, that's like all the confirmation we need. We are bearish, but we are coming from extreme lows. Like say that low that was made on Thursday of last week, that daily low that basically was just closing below that target of what I'm speaking on from the lowest point of the year in July 14th, the lowest point of the year. It had the first initial swing high from that bullish run was, let's see, what day was that? I'm talking about is this. It's the lowest point of the year. It's the first major swing high right here. This was July 18th, July 19th, July 18th. From July 14th, July 18th, so like 4 or 5 days. So we know that we broke below that, and from the highest point of the year in April, we've been in a bearish trend since then. You know, next target is the lowest point of the year. This is down here, and that price is 68.82 roughly. You know, I gotta be exact, but that's the next overall target for bears. You know, what we would need to see happen is this little liquidity around here, this double bottom, these lows. We want to see that get tapped in, and with confirmations of it closing below here, not a tap, because we could get several taps on this 1 hour and it could close up. That's not an entry. We really want to see it close. But for me to have further and more hard, firm confirmations of this price getting to close below, let me show you how I get into entries a little bit early. Like I said, I am in sales right now on my other account, but let me show you how I got into that entry. Basically, I look for swing points. And how I was taught that really opened my eyes is a swing point is where you have two, like say this bearish swing, I guess you can say. You have three candles consists of a swing. First of all, let's break it down. It's three candles. You either have, and then the middle candle has to be the highest or the lowest. If you have a bearish swing, meaning it's continuing bearish, and it's swinging higher to continue lower. A bearish swing, what I would call that. Your third and your first and third candle shouldn't be higher than the second one. So in other words, the second candle needs to be the highest candle, just like how you see here. Swing to the downside. Second candle is the highest. Wick, body, whatever. Has to be the highest candle. Same for this. There's your bullish swing. I'm going to swing lower for a bullish continuation. This middle candle is the lowest candle out of the two. The first one and the third one. The middle candle is the lowest. The second thing to confirm a swing, after we do get a confirmation of a middle, the second out of the three, being the lowest or the highest, depending on whichever the direction is. The second thing I look for is that third candle has to either close or at least price above or below the high or the low of that middle candle. So on this bullish swing, as you can see right here, we have the middle candle. The second candle is the lowest. This third candle has to price higher than this swing high, or at least close higher, for me to consider that a true swing, and I can, look to get into that. That'll give me signs that this is a true move. So that's why I took entries, because after seeing this price on the 15-minute, and we see this confirmation of this bearish swing. This is 6:30, 6:45, and if I look to the 1 hour, that should be my signal candle, 6 a.m. No, it's not. This one is the last bullish candle. Then my signal candle would be 7 a.m. So let's look at 7 a.m. at least to see if we see any type of signals for that. Now we do get somewhat of a little swing situation, but no really setup. So if I get another bullish swing high on the 15-minute, then I'll change my bias and I go in for bias. And the reason why is because I do have a bullish and a bearish signal on my 1 hour strategy. Basically, this price right here is my bearish entry from this bullish move, and then the signal candle right here. This price up here is my bullish entry based off of this little bearish continuation right here, and then price closing up here for a bullish signal. Now I could say this is one right here, but the fact that we already closed in this and it rejected it, that was like a losing trade. So if you did take that, you probably took a L on that, because basically you can see it's not the best one. I mean, the body didn't even close to, at least to like 2 pips. It was a weak 1 pip. It wasn't even a strong 1 pip. So that's not a real ideal signal candle. Granted, it is like a nice little pinball situation, but that's not, you know, really what we're looking for. But nonetheless, if you did take it for an entry, you had an entry at 67.93, which would have been right here. You had a 1 hour close. So if you would have took buys on that, yes, you would have seen price reversed on you multiple times. So you would even be stopped out, if you had stops somewhere here. If you had stops below here, you probably would have been good. You would have rolled that out, and you probably would have taken profit probably. Let's see, 93.03. Nah, you wouldn't have taken profit. You would have still been sitting in this trade, and this move here would be having you sitting on the edge of your seat. Now, granted, if it turns around, cool. I'm prepared for that. I'm ready to get into that. You know. Now, see what I was talking about right here. We got a swing situation. We got the next candle pricing above this. And really, like I said, ideally, I wouldn't want to see it close above this, but as long as the price is higher, that's good enough for me. But you just want to see how the candlesticks close overall, regardless of what your strategy calls for buys or sales, or what your strategy requires for a good setup to look like based on how the candlesticks close. Like, you want to look at every candlestick independently and just see how it closed. Like I said, this is a situation for me to at least wait and see how this 15 minutes is going to close. But regardless if it was a setup or not, if it was setting it up, I still need to see the characteristics of the candles. Like, lows are getting broken. All these lows are getting broken. Getting candles closing below lows, not breaking highs. So it's kind of pointing, that the bear's in control, but we don't know. 7:30. This is 7:30 candle. As far as 8:30, what I'm looking at, and you know, we got 14 more minutes for this candle to close. So I'm gonna step away very quick. I'm gonna take my dog out for a little piss, make some tea, and we go wait to see how this 15-minute candle closes. If it closes bearish and we attack this price, perfect. My trade worked out. Nonetheless, I still have a target up here. So if we close bullish on this 15-minute, I'll probably get out of my trade and look to possibly re-enter it to get to be bullish. And to furthermore, I'll probably wait for price to close above the New York midnight open. I probably wait for price to close above here on the 1 hour. Let me see what that look like on the 1 hour. Yeah, I'll probably wait for price to close here on the 1 hour and then trade into this entry. 15-minute not good enough. I'll wait for the 1 hour. So I'm gonna step away, take a little break right quick. Let Sparky take a piss, and then we'll step right back. So, see if I can play a little music. Not you, niggas. All right, I'll be right back. Like I said, we're looking for this 15-minute candle to close. We got 3 more minutes. Let's see what I get in at 89. It's a good entry, 6789. I'll probably add to the position up here if I see more rejections up here to let me know this might be breaking out. But overall, what you can see is the 1 hour is in consolidation. So we will want to see a nice little break out of this zone, of this consolidation zone. And not only that, we would like to see a nice little setup down here because the last setup was up here. The next setup was here after we had all this little swing to the low, this little downward swing right here. You know, it left a whole lot of questionable price action down here. So like we might get that 1 hour close we was looking for. We damn sure got the 15-minute close. Now, if I still feel true to this sell, I got to revisit the 15-minute to see if I can get me in. Nonetheless, my entry is still right here, like 83. This is still my entry down here. Do I see price hitting that on the 15-minute? I'm not sure, but I know, did it break out of this NYC open? It did right here, and then it broke back in. It's tapping into that price now. I think I want to take sales from a better position. Should I get into sales now? It's a good question. I would need another entry, so I would need it to break higher. And if it's going to continue to break higher, yeah, I think I'm going to wait for a little better entry. All right. We got Scully in here, man. What's up, bro? What's that?
What's happening, man?
Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Got a pot of water boiling.
Word.
Some tea.
I'm already on it, man.
Just
I
took
had to
the dog out to pee.
come to the shop real quick. So I'm in the city with it.
Nah, that's for I see the background look a little different.
Yeah. But yeah, man, the way last week closed, I think we are still in a strong, really strong actually now, bearish trend. This past week was like confirmed.
Yeah.
And what
Thursday
today,
confirmed it for sure.
yeah. And what today, only thing you're getting is just consolidation. Today is a U.S. holiday.
True.
Federal Reserve banks are closed, so ain't that much volume going to be going on. So
True. True. True.
yeah,
So I feel like the best move right now that we probably will experience that's going to be somewhat manipulative is the bullish move, being that we are bouncing from the low that was created on Thursday after breaking one of the most substantial swing highs from the lowest point of the year back in July 14th. And that substantial swing point that I'm mentioning is the low from July 18th. And that low was broken on Thursday, daily close. The price level was 68 flat. That was closed on 10 a.m., 9 a.m. on a 1 hour, but for sure that daily closed under there. Then we get a pop out of that price consolidation area on NFP, took out highs from the previous day, and then NFP turned right back around 11 a.m. and started selling off. So I feel like basically after that sell off from the NFP little bullish pop out, it's testing those lows, for after it broke that swing point from July 18th. So we got a double bottom, and I feel like we may see some bullish momentum, but the question is, will we get a close? If you look at the hour, a close above 68.20, or even a close above the previous day, which is 68.55. Will we get that on a Monday, bank holiday? Like you said, the Fed closed. So taking that in consideration and taking into consideration the past and how history repeats itself, today could be treated like a Friday on some real nigga shit. You could look at today to set you up for maybe a potential, turnaround situation on Tuesday, or continued situation on Tuesday, whatever the trend is going to set up. I mean, I do have an entry signal for buys that I'm kind of tapping into right now. Up here on this little blue line at 68.02. So hold on one second.
all right.
Yo, we back. And the bulls are trying to attack. Trying to break out of consolidation. But this hour is about to close. Let's see what this fib look like. I'll tap into the 50s. Looking sweet. But yeah, I do agree with you, my boy, on the overall bearish trend from the high of April 4th.
Yeah.
We're still in that trend from April 4th. So yeah, that's where we at. That's where the market is. That's where the economy is. So it ain't hard to realize.
Big facts.
I'm still holding the sales from that last little high from NFP.
Oh, nice.
Nice little tester. But I'm gonna get out of that once it breaks out of this consolidation.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely say today is a no trade day, and if you are, take it easy and don't get caught up in these crazy weird movements. This is nothing but retailers thinking that they know what they're
Moving the
doing.
market.
Yep.
Yeah. This is basically the market doing what it's algorithmically supposed to do when the banks are not influencing it. So whatever trades they had, whatever positions they had from Friday, that shit's still in play. They ain't came back into the office to change shit unless if things got crazy. But that's why you see markets consolidating, because banks not throwing these big orders around in and out the markets in seconds or minutes. So it's real quiet. Well, what we kind of explained didn't happen. It kind of the reverse happened. I mean, overall, it did turn bearish, but we were kind of expecting this daily candle to kind of close up here, and then this next day fill a wick for NFP. But in turn, Thursday really flexed and went all the way down, closing below this low right here, which you can see better on the 4-hour. And then we got a bullish push on NFP. So it was still controlled by the bears, but it was just a different way we kind of predicted it. But it was cool to see it play out. Whew. fire ass cranberry tea. Bigelow tea, man. Everybody know Bigelow. How long you in the office today?
I don't know, probably a couple hours. Not too long.
Okay.
Not too long. Just got a few emails and stuff to look at. Making sure I'm on top of things.
Bet.
Get them set up and stuff before I went to the beach yesterday, man.
I seen the picture.
Yeah,
Oh, y'all was at Galveston?
No. We went to Pensacola.
Pensacola, Florida. Oh, y'all took that little trip.
Little day trip.
Yeah. Like a little 8-hour ride.
Well, it's like, I mean, no, round trip is like 6 hours.
Round trip?
Yeah, so it's like 3 hours to get there, another 3 to get back.
Damn.
And
that's easy.
It's like, it was nice, bro. Like,
yeah, that's easy.
It was nice. Yeah, that's definitely the move. Like, I know we was talking about doing that for the holidays. Like, yeah, like that's the spot. Pensacola is the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
Is the spot.
I didn't realize it was that damn close.
Yeah, super close. A lot of people like to go to Destin too, which is cool, but Pensacola is nice.
Destin, yeah. That's I don't know why I could never remember that damn name. I was like, I've been there like twice, I think. And I never could remember the name. I always want to say Pensacola. That's another little beach city over there on the Panhandle that everybody go to. That's what's up, man. The weather looked like it was perfect out there.
Man, it was crazy because like they've been getting a lot of rain and stuff in the Gulf. So
yeah.
I'm looking on the
yeah, too.
Yeah. Looking on the whatchamacallit, and it's saying like, it's supposed to be a lot of rain or, scattered thunderstorms and shit like that. So it's like, damn, man, we don't know. But I was like, man, they don't know what they be talking about. They just be guessing.
Right.
And it wasn't like 100% all day. It was like 40, 30, 40, 50 and stuff like that. And it wasn't all day. So I was like, man, let's just go out there. You know what I'm saying? If it rains, it'll be just like at home. It'll rain a little bit, then the sun will come blazing right after it. Man, it didn't rain at all. Like, I think Amanda almost, yeah, man, she almost got a little sunburn.
Yeah.
It was nice though, man.
Can't see the message on the chat. Big sipper. Temporary current on the chat.
Huh?
I didn't know she was leaving comments.
Who?
Temporary current on the chat.
Oh yes.
I hope it's showing. Last time it didn't show when everybody was talking on the chat on the last live. It didn't show on the video. I don't know if it uploads later or what.
On YouTube?
Yeah. Because Brian and T. Kells was on there. Let's see. For the news for the week, we did get news on Sunday, which
What
I think
time?
it came out at 6, 7.
Okay.
Came out at 6 our time.
All right.
6 hour time and 8:30 our time. It was 2 pieces of news high for Australian dollar. I think that's what caused the little push down when market opened. But nonetheless, today we got like just more British news, which I don't know why that is on there because I don't really follow them. But also to note, what you call them, UK just got a new prime minister, and they were showing their currency is declining still, and GDP and all that shit declining. So that probably showed up on those charts.
Yep.
Tuesday, we got a news interest rate decision for Australia dollar that's coming out at 11:30 at night. So if you in some trades, keep an eye on that overnight sleeper situation. Because we do have high news for the Australian dollar coming out Tuesday morning. USD, they got the S&P Global Services, the ISM manufacturing. Later on in the evening, Australian news, the GDP growth rate. Wednesday, we got balance of trade. Then we have in the PM on Wednesday, Australian dollar balance of trade. Thursday, you already know. Of course, we got Mr. Powell. He's doing a nice fire ass speech early in the morning. So that's going to shake things up. And Friday, no news. So this week should be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. We did get a 1 hour close, and we closed back on top, back bullish above this New York open at midnight. Looking like we are trying to attack the signal price I have set. And if that is the case, we'll get into a light risk buy on this beautiful Memorial Day. I think I'm gonna go on a hike today, man. Take the dog with me on a hike. We're gonna go out to Cedar Ridge Preserve.
Damn, man.
Yeah, man.
Cedar Ridge.
Bro, I be telling people about it, bro, in my Uber rides, and people don't even know. Like, I be picking them up in Arlington, Cedar Hill.
Yeah, they missing out.
Yeah, for real. They be hikers. Like, people really be hikers. Like, I enjoy hiking. I do it weekly. I'm like, oh, you got to go to what you call it. I'm like, I ain't never heard of it. It's like, wow. It's going to bust your ass. It's going to really tell if you really about this hiking life. Because they got some elevation points on that trail. Boy. And we used to run that, not walk it.
That was crazy.
Big run. So overall, what you waiting on? You waiting on a breakout of consolidation and seeing when the market go trend to?
Overall, I am waiting for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, we go get back to our regular volatile, um, movement right now. It's a whole bunch of, like I said, it's a whole bunch of retailers trying to make shit happen, and they ain't got shit to deal with. They ain't got nothing to work with, but trying to make something happen.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, I am super bearish on this entire week until um, the daily closes above, I would say 700 flat, like in that area. Until then, I am
Yep,
super bearish. I have take
100%
profits.
agree.
I had take profits at 67.35, and that's just like a for sure. I can see it breaking through that heavy and filling that wick on the weekly all the way down to 66.85.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with this being a short week, having no news on Friday, and then my boy Jerome, yes, his name is Jerome. When he speaks, when he speaks this week, I can see, some things happening. But yeah, overall, I am. It's the beginning of the month as
Mm-hmm.
well. So as you see, beginning of the month, we had that move up, but it came right back, right back down. And I think
Mm-hmm.
overall we bearish, man. Like as far as like what it's doing right now, it easily has a chance to reach up to 68.05. Um, and that's just on a 15-minute. Looking on the hourly, it could go. It can go to 68.15, but we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm bearish.
Overall, waiting for tomorrow though. Waiting for the middle
Yes.
of the week at least. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And for all you people waiting for breakouts to happen, I would say this is, let me see. This basically is your zone. You want to wait for price to break out of one of these two areas, give you a retest, and you got targets up here. Break out to the bottom, retest, and like Jay said, you got targets to the downside too. Overall, we have 68, 85, 83, but prior to that, we know for sure we should be able to get up in this little price range from 67.57 to 67.47. That's a for sure area we could target for sales. And then overall is the low of the year. And who knows? That might be a nice little Christmas present. We create a new low for the year. So hold your shorts.
Now you can say that again.
For real.
Yeah, hold the shorts.
Hold your shorts.
Salute your shorts.
Nah, that's what I was thinking about when I said that shit. Niggas don't know about that, boy. Y'all don't know about what's that? What's that camp Kakalawanaka or whatever?
Yeah,
Come on,
bro.
man. All I gotta say is skimming the rink, and I ain't gonna say no more. If you know what that is, yeah, you definitely from my era. I'm not mistaken. I want to say, just to talk about crypto right quick. I don't know if y'all follow Ethereum, but I think they about to do a little merge or switch from proof of stake to proof of work, I think, or vice versa. I think in the next few days they about to do that. Don't know what's gonna come of it. They say it's gonna be cheaper gas fees for all the gas fee complainers like myself, but we'll see, man. That industry is still fairly new, so we got a lot of time for growth. Think of the stock market back in the 1800s, the late 1800s. That's the crypto markets right now. So, would you want to own some stocks from the 1800s, early 1900s? Yes, I would. Do your own research. Yeah, man, we gonna probably gonna go to about 8:30. See if we get any kind of any changes in volatility. I don't see it happening. You know, it is a federal holiday for the U.S. It's not a federal holiday for Australia, but it is for U.S. You know, Australia don't really get they open until after we close, but we get enough volatility being that we pair it against the USD to make this pair work for us. It's just that when the US has holidays, we scave off on volatility. You know, we don't have that morning volatility like, this is we're in 7, 8 o'clock. We're already past that. You know, we didn't see no volatility. I mean, look at London. Look what London did. It basically just consolidated. I can't really say it bought or sold because right when it opened, it sold off. Then it reversed back higher. So we're definitely in consolidation. We all bouncing off a double bottom we did create on a 1 hour, 4 hour too. Daily still showing a bullish trend. Overall showing that same bullish trend, bearish trend, I'm sorry, bearish trend. We got structure on the 4 hour, we got structure on the 1 hour. But as you move closer down to smaller time frames, you see more of a consolidation picture being presented to you. So you just want to wait. Like I said, you could look at this as consolidation, even though we honing in on this consolidation on the 1 hour, but this whole little price action you see on the 1 hour, this is all consolidation too. It's in a bearish trend. I mean, yeah, bearish trend, but it's still consolidating. What we want to see is a breakout and a continuation. The markets consolidate what they say, I think 70% of the time, and the trends only 30% of the time. So let that sink in your head. You can be a trend follower, but don't expect trends to last or extend for too long, because they don't. And this is just in history. I mean, pull up the daily chart and you'll see. Even a daily time frame has periods of consolidation. So if we consolidating on the daily, you already know. You just bing, bing, binging on the smaller time frame. So keep all that in consideration when you looking for entries based off the major trend. You got to ask the question, is it trending? What is a trending market? It's higher highs, consecutive higher lows, higher highs for bullish trends. And the reverse for bearish trends is lower highs, lower lows. So if you see that happening on the daily and the 4 hour, then you can start talking about trends. Other than that, it's pure consolidation. And if you don't see it, step away from the charts, or step back as far as zoom out. Don't look at it on the 1 hour. Don't look at it on the 4 hour. Look at it on a daily.
And look at the larger picture, man.
Yeah.
When things get a little bushy, can't really see through it real clear, and step back and look at the greater things. Look at the horizon. It looks a whole lot better when you step back.
Right. Look at the forest. Like you said,
Look at the forest.
when you're looking at the bushes, you can't see step back. It's probably a forest.
Yep.
You got to step back and you can see it.
Big facts.
Man, I hit a major milestone yesterday doing Uber on a Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy, I hit over $200 in tips.
Just in tips?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say 75% of that came from one rider.
Damn.
Yeah. And just a note, it wasn't 100% through the app, because he basically turned me into his personal driver on the last few trips. And homeboy just said, "Yeah, just cut the app off. I'm just gonna pay you cash."
Well, that's saving him money and you getting more money.
Come on.
Yeah, I did that a couple of times. I had one dude that used to go somewhere like early in the fucking morning or whatever. And he was like, bro, let me get your number. And
Mm-hmm.
I just shoot you a text and you can just head my way. He was my first ride. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it worked out perfect because he lived in the area
where
where,
it was booming.
yes, and it wasn't like it was. It wasn't that crowded, so you didn't really get a lot of like the public transportation went out there. So I get a
Gotcha.
bunch of people that had to go to work, had to go to the city, had to go to the airport. So it was bound that I got something after I dropped him off. But yeah, man, that dude was it was cool. But yeah, that's how the shit worked. And that's how the shit worked, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's what's up, man. I'm on a Sunday.
No, big facts.
And I hope the meter maids, they shouldn't be working today. I hope not. They be tripping in the city.
Yeah, you done got a ticket before?
Hell yeah, I got one. And the crazy thing is I could park in the parking lot for free, but I just didn't feel like walking. And with it being a holiday, I know the postman and shit, they ain't working, so I don't see the meter maids come out. But they usually don't come out to about 10 or 11 or something like that anyway.
Gotcha.
So I'll be gone by then, hopefully.
And they be on foot.
Yes. Sting.
I already know, boy.
They don't care.
That's crazy. I caught myself watching one of Raja lives, I think from August 31st. Bro, that should be hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Just the shit he be, cause his damn chat be so lit, so he could just pull different questions out of the chat, bro. Some of the shit they be asking and how he be responding.
Yep.
That should be hilarious, bro. Nah, for real.
Yeah, dog, he be going ham.
Mhm.
He killing it, man.
Nah, for real. That's the power of consistency.
Yep.
Like you always say, 1 or 2 trades a day.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, RJ. The Aussie is short.
Huh?
Somebody left a comment, RJ Oliver. I was just agreeing with him. I was just confirming his question. Yes, we are short. Based on that daily breaking below and closing below 68 flat.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, we've been bearish since
the beginning of the times. No, I'm just playing. But
boy, that shit made me laugh. I was like, wait. But nah, we for this year since April 4th, we've been bearish.
Yeah.
And
I mean, no, you're 100% correct. If you want to look at, overall movement, I know a lot of, people that scalp and stuff, and they do things off the 15-minute, 5-minute, and they can, determine their trend off of that. You know, I don't know if that style of trading, but if you have to look from the larger time frames and then scale down, even if you're a scalper. If not, you're going to get caught in something to where you think you saw something, but you didn't get the greater picture because you can only see so much history on the 5 and 15-minute, whereas you can look on the daily and weekly and literally catch, years of history, or the year history. You can check the months, you can check the weeks, and you can just see overall it's been a
and it's the
because
daily right
the
here.
thing is, it's one thing for it to break a previous high, but if it doesn't retest the previous like if it doesn't come down to retest and then break that high again, until it does that, then it's still in that same bearish trend. Like a lot of people
That would
at
be
August
considered a fake
14th,
out.
a fake out, August what that is, between August 10th to the 13th, 14th.
Up in
You look
here.
at on the daily, a lot of people, would think, oh, we turn around. But no, you look to the left until we broke that June 2nd to the left. Yeah, we are still in a bearish trend. As you can see, that was a massive color change that happened right after that on the 15th. So, yeah, that was a perfect setup for being patient. It's a daily move, but hey.
And I'm glad you
Yeah, man.
called out June 2nd because that created a strong double top situation right here.
Yeah, like a
This
straight
rejection
line.
right there. Like, there's a lot of liquidity up there that the market would try to shoot for, but we got to break above this recent high on August 11th before we even can consider that. And right now, we more focused on what is breaking to the downside, and the structure is creating. It's creating lower highs, lower lows on a daily and a 4 hour. So we follow structure and we follow trend in that aspect. The overall trend we look at for the year. Like, especially if you late in the year like this, you gotta look at the year. What's the highest point of the year? Like, okay, what's the lowest point? And compare that with last year. You know, what are we doing? Are we going up or down? I mean, look at me. I'm zoning out right here. This is February 2021. Way up here. They got 80.10. That's that price. And where we at? We at 68, 67. So where you think we going up? We going up or down? Like, it's right there in front of you. So follow the trend, understand where you at in your market, man, and just don't go against what the market is showing you. Don't just come up with no idea based on what you want the market to do. Just be patient enough. It's gonna tell you. Now, if you look at the weekly, then it's like, damn, what are we doing? Because this showing you from 2015. Now, just looking at this chart, I would say We in some sort of strong at the low end of this strong little consolidation. I would say that we've been in for the past half a decade, but I could still see bearish trend because from here we're coming from a high point and we broke down. This is the lowest point, 2020. That was Bitcoin crash. That was the stock market crash. That was everything crash in 2020. This crazy ass low point of 54, fam. It's 2 years ago. So, where do you think the market trying to go? Is it trying to retest this low that it created from what a market was saying? Okay, y'all, the economy is fucked. People not working. Government is printing a lot of money. It's a pandemic. This is what a market should be. All this is cap. All this is cap. This is the banks trying to get better orders so they can sell. This is what a market should be. It's gonna leave clues. Like price don't lie, numbers don't lie. It's gonna leave clues. And then when you add on the fact that you got humans with their emotions trading these markets, like, yeah, bro, they gonna leave clues. You just gotta be the one that's gonna read it and know how to. You dig? But with that being said, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. This is different than our Sunday lives, but we will continue this coming up Sunday on the 11th, I believe. Yep. So, my boy, I'm about to sign off. I'm gonna see you next Sunday. Have a great day at the job. I'm gonna do the same, and everybody else watching, y'all do the same too. But like I said, overall, we are bearish. We may see some bullish movement come in. You know, we want to make sure we probably don't tap into these highs. If we do and close above, then we could tap into these highs. But this is the 1 hour. It can very easily tap as high as here. That don't mean we bullish. You know, you got to step back. That's up here. It's not bullish. I need to break this at least for me to even think about being bullish. But patience, man. Wait for the candlesticks to close. See y'all next Sunday. We out.